Remember when I said I would see you back here at the same place at the same time the following day? Why would I lie about that? We're here for another video. This is part 2 of however many it ends up being, of my Destination D23 Newsweek extravaganza. And today, as of me recording this, and yesterday as of you watching this, Disney put out some brand new news. That's what we're here to cover. Also, look at this pirate ship outside of the Haunted Mansion at Disney World. Pretty cool. But this whole Hatbox Ghost Wax Candle Man thing, that was so yesterday. This isn't gonna work anymore. You guys gotta go. More Jungle Cruise themed things, please. Okay, here's what I found. I got a Jose tiki mug because, the Jungle Cruise is kind of connected to the Tropical Hideaway at Disneyland, which is connected to the Tiki Room, and a Piranha tiki mug with a coin in it for some reason. I'm not gonna ask any questions. I'm beyond caring at this point, because today's episode has everything to do with the Jungle Cruise, but more specifically, S.E.A. Because if you were unaware, I'm actually a very big fan of S.E.A. I do truly like the S.E.A., the Society of Explorers and Adventurers. It's one of my favorite things. Now, the S.E.A. is sort of a mainstay on this channel. I have done so many videos about them, covering almost every corner of the universe. So I'm gonna put a card right there in the corner of the video if you're interested in learning more about the S.E.A. But long story short, they're a group of globe-trotting explorers and adventurers who help preserve and collect artifacts from around the world. That's about it. Now, last month I was at Disneyland filming and doing reconnaissance for a video I was going to call The Future of S.E.A. at the Disney Parks, and I still plan on making that video and editing it and fully releasing it at some point, but this might tie into it actually, because it seems the future of the S.E.A. may not be at the Disney Parks, we'll get to you in a second, but on the Disney Cruise Line. Leading up to Destination D23 this weekend, Disney is releasing a bunch of news this week, and one bit of that news was a new lounge coming to the Disney Treasure. The lounge is called the Skipper Society, which already, right off the bat, Skipper Society, Disney, come on, you know what you're doing. Which is themed after the Jungle Cruise attraction at Disneyland, Walt Disney World, Tokyo Disneyland. There's a Jungle Cruise basically everywhere, except for you, except for you, Shanghai. Or you, Paris. I'm sorry, why doesn't Paris have one? That's so sad. And when it comes to attractions integrating the S.E.A., yeah, the Tiki Room does it, yeah, Indiana Jones Adventure, kind of, Haunted Mansion, those are all sort of behind the scenes. S.E.A. is very much on the forefront of, say, Fortress Explorations and the Tower of Terror over at Disney Sea, but in terms of the Jungle Cruise, S.E.A. is very much one of the main players when it comes to the story of the JNC, the Jungle Navigation Company, and the Jungle Cruise as a whole. And not only will the Disney Treasure be getting a Jungle Cruise themed lounge, it will also be receiving a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea themed lounge, a very popular attraction at, yes, Tokyo Disney Sea, where S.E.A. began and where Fortress Explorations and the Tower of Terror are. I'm not saying that these lounges will expand on S.E.A., but what I am saying is that there is a very good chance that these two lounges will expand on the story of S.E.A. I'm sorry. We already have an S.E.A. sort of themed bar over at Disney Springs at Walt Disney World called Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar. Jock Lindsay, the guy who drove the plane at the very beginning of Raiders of the Lost Ark, was a member of S.E.A., and there are some pieces of S.E.A. memorabilia at the Hangar Bar. Expanding further from that, the Treasure is also confirmed to have an Oceaneers Club, which derives its name from Mary Oceaneer, which is like sort of a play on the pun Schweitzer Falls getting its name from Albert Falls. The Oceaneers Club got its name from Mary Oceaneer. But of course, I'm getting distracted when I talk about the S.E.A. I love talking about it. She also has her very own attraction at the Disney parks called Misadventure Falls at Typhoon Lagoon. She's also a member of S.E.A. So it seems like to me the Treasure is very much taking the idea of a Disney park at sea that the Wish began and sort of expanding on it. Now you're having these references to the Jungle Cruise, to 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, to Typhoon Lagoon, which began on a Disney cruise ship anyway, so you can scratch that one. But also staterooms inspired by Epcot, the best Disney park. That's right, there's going to be an Epcot-inspired part of the Disney Treasure. That's right, in addition to having staterooms themed to Aladdin, The Lion King, Jungle Book, there will also be the Tomorrow Tower Concierge Suite, which unfortunately there is only one of, but fortunately it is themed to Epcot. How is it themed to Epcot? I don't really know. Take a look at any of these pictures and tell me if they bring anything Epcot to mind. Oh wait, hold on. There it is right there. That's That's how it's themed to Epcot, although I am noticing the startling lack of something. No matter how hard I look, no matter how hard I search through these pieces of concept art, it must be some mistake. I don't see any references to Living with the Land anywhere in these art pieces. Disney, I think you may have made a small mistake. I will be willing to overlook it though. Just, add something like a breadfruit in there somewhere. What is a breadfruit? You remember when I was talking earlier about being easily distracted? We're talking about S.E.A. and Living with the Land. We just got to throw the Haunted Mansion into the mix, and you have yourself a perfect recipe to have me talking for hours without stopping. Hours on end. But that's not all Disney announced today, as I record this. They also gave more details behind the Zootopia-themed land coming soon to Shanghai Disneyland. And it really does look amazing. Let's take a closer look here at my screen, where we didn't get any videos, but we got more details and pictures from actually within the land that is currently very close to being complete, and a few concept pieces from the e-ticket attraction called Zootopia Hot Pursuit. It kind of occurs to me they missed the opportunity to call it Zootopia, Hot Fursuit. No, never mind. That was a bad idea. Forget I said anything. And I'm seeing a lot of chatter online, a lot of rumors and speculation that this Zootopia announcement specifically is, one, because it's almost done, and two, to prepare us United States folk of the impending announcement of a retheme of Dinoland USA, 1, to Moana, and 2, yes, to Zootopia. I've talked about my feelings on a Zootopia retheme to Dinoland or Dinosaur before. If you want to see those more in depth, I will put a second card right up there in the corner, but long story short, I'm not a huge fan of Zootopia in Animal Kingdom because the story isn't about the animals. It's about a very, very human story, but everybody just so happens to be anthropomorphic animals. But that's not to say I don't understand why people want to see it in the Disney parks, especially in Animal Kingdom. I guess on the surface level, it does sort of make sense. Saturday, it's all gonna go down. We will see. Which reminds me, see. You remember the whole point of this video? I'm really interested for the future of S.E.A., mostly in the parks, not so much on the cruise ships. I've never been on a Disney cruise before. I know, shocking. I'm trying. I'll get to one eventually, maybe on the Treasure, maybe on the Wish. But the future in the parks is very bright with the opening of the Adventureland Treehouse. And now we have a little bit more representation potentially on the cruise ships. And then of course, Zootopia looks really, really good for Shanghai. But that's the end of this news update video. Hopefully we will see more news tomorrow. I believe tomorrow might be the Frozen update for, I believe, Paris. We'll find out. We're going to get more details for the world of Frozen. Until then, I will see you all then. Thank you so much for watching this video. Goodbye. You know what? Yeah, I'll get under the desk again. I'm taking Jose with me this time, though. See you tomorrow.